let's see if that works better. Oh, working much better. Alright. Says we are live. I'm recording. I got the right options picked this time so that I don't accidentally post a YouTube video with the music like my original plan was. And now I'll just wait to see if we can get some people in. Just start with a little bit of campaign because I got some XP boosters going on now. Haven't dropped a single frame yet. That works much better. You guys tell me if the sound is too loud or if the music is too loud or anything like that. I don't know what's up with my green screen. I can like half see it still. I don't know what I did to that. I think I know what it is. I think it's just too far away from me now. Now it's on top of me. I bet this looks really weird. Yeah, I don't know what I did to my green screen. I think it's angled differently. I had some... Oh, there... No. Still not looking good. I had some tape on my desk to have the green screen exactly where I want it, and someone took my tape off. Oh well. I don't have to have everything that perfect today. For a second there I thought my green screen fell, and then I saw maybe someone walked in the room, but I think I'm just hearing stuff. So the plan is tonight is to do some... I hope that click is not too loud. I don't know how to fix that if it is. I just thought of that. Plan is to do some faction wars. I haven't even looked to see what factions are on tonight. Orcs and lizardmen. Hey, I at least have some good lizardmen. I gotta get him out of the vault because that's where I keep all my guys. Lizardman. I think he's a lizardman. And that might be it. I got everybody else out already. Search by faction. Let's see. Here's the lizardman. He can use some better gear. So some leveling up may occur tonight. And I don't even know if I geared... No, I didn't even gear these guys from the first time. I think I totally skipped their faction crypt the first time. So there'll be some... If we get to it, there'll be some gear in there. First, we can do some... What is this? Arena. See how that works out. I'm very annoyed that it still has like a whitish border to it. Alright, what do we got here? Let's try to provoke you, even though I think you already got your speed up. Yeah, you did. See how that does? That actually did a lot of damage, so maybe I can just kill everybody with that. Oh, gosh. Apparently she's got a counterattack mastery on. And let's kill you and auto the rest. So anyone in the chat tonight yet? Oh, this guy's all red. Royal Huntsman can take them out. Although I'm not sure who to go for first. Probably just leave Rain Beast for the end. Zavia is pretty dangerous. But what is really dangerous is to leave that guy alive. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That's good. Oh, there's the heal. That's not good. Let's see. Really want to get rid of Zavia. See, that was a good hit, but probably not going to be good enough. Boom. She's dead. Next, let's go for him until he gets the shield from his moves. Not getting any defense down. All three of these guys have a defense down somewhere in their kit, and I haven't landed one yet. Alright, I think he's reset, so let's... Oh, great, he hit a counterattack. But that's where this comes in. Boom. Dead. Too bad there's no... Oh gosh, with no debuffs it does like nothing. But let's take off those buffs, or not. Let's see. Anyone else we want to fight? Let's see. Oh, I think I already claimed the other nightmare. I got to... it doesn't show. I had an extra key today for Clan Boss, and so I did Nightmare just to see what I can get. And I got, what, like 6 and then 7 mil-ish. Obviously that's not the exact numbers, but I was able to get the Master Chest. Now I'm just waiting to see if my clan can take down the Brutal as well. Usually we do now. Alright, well, I'm going to get started on the Lizardman Crypt because it should be really easy because I didn't even do anything last time. All battles, arena, dungeons, and your arena as well. So all battles is the best bet for Aura. The faction crypts, or I don't know if we should call them faction crypts or faction wars, but either way, the faction war crypts start off so easy for the first 6, and it ramps up a little bit for the 7th one with the, the Cryptkeeper. But if you have a decent team of like 40s, a full team of 40s, you might be able to take on the Cryptkeeper. You're back, miss you. Yeah, I just had a really busy weekend, state of mind. And obviously, I'm streaming as much as I can, but it's not going to be a very often or consistent thing. One of my kids threw a toy at another one of my kids and had a bit of a bleeding head for a little while, but nothing too serious or anything, but we got scared there for a minute. Other than that, just doing a lot of housework and cleaning and stuff, so just a busy weekend. So how are you doing in the faction wars? Turns out that lizardmen and orcs that are on today, I didn't do at all the last cycle, and so I'm starting from the beginning on these guys. But I noticed on the high elves from yesterday, it really ramps up the difficulty a lot. I don't think I'm going to be getting past the Cryptkeeper on the majority of my teams. Yep, kids take up a lot of time, but they go to bed early, so that's when I'm able to stream sometimes. Let's see. I think most of my teams were able to make it past stage 5, but for my lizardmen, especially with rosin, I think they should easily make it to the Cryptkeeper, and I got Jarrig there also as a 6-star. But I definitely have some really weak teams on some of my other factions. Yeah, I'm right there with you. The first 3 are incredibly easy and can get the 3 stars on them pretty quickly. But after that, it's just a crapshoot whether or not I have the champions for it. And some factions I have a decent amount of champions, and others, like, what are the 2 that I'm really lacking on? Ogren tribes and what is it? Skinwalkers? I have 1 epic on each of those, and then the rest are rares or even below, and I just can't make it very far at all on those. But I'll take what I can get on those. I can't think of what they're called now. The rewards for faction keep. I cannot think of it right now. The glyphs, that's what it is. Those give little percentages boosts or wherever you can get them if you just throw them on your gear, so that always helps. Yeah, I agree. All 5 surviving is going to take a very long time, but I guess, like, I'm already on the 2nd page of rewards if I actually claim my rewards. So you really get a lot of rewards from the first few stages of the first few factions, and I guess in order to get the later rewards, you really have to fine-tune your faction teams. How you doing, Diamond Dust? But I agree, the reward or the requirement for 3-starring faction crypts should be lessened, but I doubt they'll do anything about it. Oh yeah, those later gears, or those later rounds, is just going to be impossible without a full team of legendaries. And there's some factions don't even have the right, like, team compositions to get you very far. So there's also that. You got to wait for new champions to come out and then pull those champions and then level them up and perfect gear them. Yeah, I think Faction Wars could definitely use some fine-tuning, but I don't know if they're going to be doing anything about it anytime soon. Especially with it being so new. Oh, my dogs are barking. But they do that constantly, so I'm not worried or anything. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of factions with lacking champions, and there's nothing you can do about it until new champions come out. And then you gotta pull them and hope that they're good to begin with. Yeah. Healers, and I don't particularly use a lot of resurrection heroes, but I'm sure they're helpful. But healers are a must, and I don't have healers on most of my teams. But the ones I do, I can progress pretty far on. At least so far for the early stages. Oh, I didn't even realize we're at the Cryptkeeper already. Which one is this? Steel buffs. Oh, great. Oh, okay, so one of my... I think it was yesterday with the Knight's Revenant. I had one guy left just going at this guy that can exchange HP levels, and I would have won, but then he exchanged HP right when he was real low, and I had decent HP, and it just killed my run. You pulled Steel Skull last night. Well, it's good to know that Res Heroes are good at Faction Wars, and congrats on the Steel Skull. That's a champ that I would really like to pull for Clan Boss. I don't even think there's... I can't think of a Res Hero in Lizardmen. But like you said, that not every faction even has Res Heroes or anything like that. That's crazy that you haven't pulled an apothecary yet. I see on Reddit all the time that people get so excited when they pull their first apothecary, and I agree. I was excited about my first one, but then I got a couple at this point of re-pulling him and whatnot, and at first I just used him to buff up the skills on my first apothecary. But he's definitely a game changer when you first get him. But someone was commenting on one of my videos earlier today saying that when they changed their apothecary to High Katoon on their clan boss team, that it increased their damage. So that's always a choice now that High Katoon is free for everybody. I don't know if I'm going to kill this guy with that HP exchange. It's a 12 turn cooldown, but these guys aren't high damage dealers. But now's the cooldown, so maybe I can get him now. You pulled 8 cold hearts and 4 bellowers. Wow. I have 1 cold heart and not a single bellower yet. I would love extra cold hearts for like those spider runs and stuff. I've seen some pretty good I think he had it on auto, but he had at least 2 cold hearts and was able to auto spider 20 at like 20 seconds or something. That's good. I'm really glad that High Katoon was... at first, when I looked at her, when we first got her, I didn't think she was all that great. And so I just wrote her off, but a lot of people found a lot of use for her. Oh, we're getting really close to the HP exchange move. I don't know if we can get it. Wow. That was perfect. And I think we just have 1 key left. Yeah. Yeah, I agree about the High Katoon being good and the rest being food. And then I pulled a Dark Aethel right before we got her for free as well. She's on my Undead Hordes team, but I haven't even really used her all that much. I don't even know what she's good for yet. Yeah, that's what I was reading. I got Yaga with everybody else, but I kind of just waited to see what everybody else thought about him, and from what everybody else was saying, he was very underwhelming and just not even worth it. So I have at 171 stars. I haven't collected the first one yet because it's just a good way to save some energy if it comes up as being required. But at 170, I can claim up to here. And I haven't even really done all that much Faction Wars yet. I don't know where you guys are at yet. But my orcs are not geared whatsoever. So let's see what they can do. Dungeons. Faction crypts. Sweet. Well, that gave Shaman a nice use. Gave her a Faction Wars aura. That's insane that Yaga takes $13. I saw a lot. I was going through my legendary champions to see how long it would take to fully upgrade their skills. I ran into a couple, I think 11 or 12, and then there was at least one that was only 10. And just the fact that somebody takes 13 to fully upgrade is just insane. Yeah, I mean, I can see the importance in at least narrowing the amount of books that we get to begin with, but especially now with Faction Wars being a thing and you just needing more champions than ever, I really wish that we had a better way to get skill books. And I'm scared to use my... I have every legendary skill book I've ever gotten because I don't feel like my champions are good enough to waste the books on them. And if I just use them, I'm sure my team would be that much better, obviously. But I don't want to use them in case down the road I get something much better and then I just have no books to skill them up or whatever. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I just hoard them, hoping for a martyr or something. I wonder if I can pull this up real fast. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I would definitely give Steel Skull some books. I was hoarding all of my epics as well, and then I think the first one I used it on was Jarrig, and I gave him every single one, and then I did the exact same thing for Tyrell. I gave him everything that I had. Yeah, I've heard that too, and that's one of the reasons why I want Steel Skull is because it sounds like he's such a great champion. I'm wondering if you need Skull Crusher in order to make him God tier in Clan Boss because of the extra A1 hits that he gets because he can do the poison on his A1. But I'm sure he's great regardless. I brought this up again just so we could see kind of where we're at because a lot of people are thinking this Void Dungeon is... Well, they're hoping this is going to be a way to get skill books on a regular basis. I don't know if that's going to be the case because it sounds like it's such a rare, or probably a good way for them to make their money, Plarium. So I don't know if they'll just be giving them out like that, but it would be nice. But according to their Discord, we were supposed to get this desktop version already, and I never heard any delays on this specifically. But we obviously don't have it yet. But we did get Faction Wars and Glyphs. And so we're looking for the desktop version, Platinum tier in Arena. And then who knows how long it'll take to actually get to this point. But hopefully this Void Dungeon is good and helps us out in that skill book drought. And I don't know if you guys care or not or keep up with Discord, but it was announced today that there's going to be a 2-day break of events, and then we'll get to know what the next event is after that or something like that. Yeah, that's another reason why Steel Skull is great. He gives the heals, he gives the increased defense. He's just great all around, which is a reason why I would love to have him. I'm surprised at how well these guys are doing with absolutely no gear on them. Veteran has gear, obviously, because I used him for Clan Boss for such a long time, but he's the only one out of these 5 champions that has a single piece of gear on. I remember my water today. I knew I would have time to do some streaming, so I spent the time to make sure that everything looked good on the stream and all my settings were right, and I had everything I needed, like water, for the stream and stuff like that. I'll probably definitely need gear for the Cryptkeeper, which is next. But because we don't lose keys for losses, we can always just try it and equip them later. Yeah, how'd you guys do on the Summon Rush? I obviously posted my video of my horrible luck, but I hope that you guys got some better luck on that. Or you may or may not have participated in at all. Let's see here. Okay. I need to get a Spotify playlist going. I'm just playing a CD from a band I like every now and then, and hoping that I notice when it repeats. Wow, 30 void shards. That's way worse luck than I had, I feel like. I obviously didn't pull as much shards, but 30 and not a single epic is insanely bad. Well, I don't think poor little veteran's going to make it, so we can just leave the battle and go and try to skill up some people. Or not skill up, but give some people some gear. I think I got... No, I didn't get any. Oh yeah, I did get a resistance 3-star glyph today while doing the High Elf Faction Wars. That was my first 3-star. Alright, let's see. We got Torture Helm. There's an HP hero. And no AoE. There's one AoE on this chick. Oh wait, she's not even an orc. What am I looking at? Yeah, I had the exact same expectations as you, State of Mind, because I had incredible luck for the ancient one. I didn't have nearly as many void shards, but I was hoping for something. But my luck with void shards in general is just not great at all. I think I got one void epic a while back. I don't even know if that's true now. Oh, there it is. I think that's Azure. I get them mixed up. These two guys look very similar. Yeah, Azure. He's my only Void epic out of every Void shard I've ever pulled. Everything else is so many rares. Alright, back to these guys. So I know that you have an AoE. I don't think you do. And you didn't either. So none of my orcs have an AoE other than Veteran. But you do reflect damage, so maybe I'll skill you, or give you some stuff first. Oh great. One is based on HP and one is two are great or based on attack. Epic or legendary. I'm well over 80 of them. Yeah. In my mind, it's way harder to get anything good from voids. I know the rates used to be slightly worse, but now they're the same, but still have never gotten anything good out of those. But they got some good champions. I wish we had a better chance at them. Yeah, the problem is that we just don't get as many voids either. I got something here I could use today. Why not? I got a lot of accessories for you guys. He needs attack percent. Do I got any cruel stuff I want to give him? Yeah, I'm sure I could use that and that. And I don't know. Do you guys have all of your champions geared up for faction wars yet? I got a lot of my factions geared up, I thought, but I know there's some I just completely wrote off. Yeah, I can see that state of mind. Well, I mean, according to the pull rates, the actual odds of pulling a certain or summoning a champion of a certain rarity depends on the type of shard. Every champion of that rarity has an equal chance of being summoned. So there's that, but it just seems like it's hard to get good champions. Alright, do I have any rare guys to level up yet? I got 3. I don't want to do that yet. I'm gonna go to bed and not be able to level these guys up. Oh my goodness, I pulled just as many stone skins as you do. Alright, we can throw her on. And her. I just need something for overnight. Of course, she's going to level up early. I actually started using a stone skin as part of my whatever team because I don't have anything else. Ogren Tribes. I don't even think... Did I even do the faction wars for Ogren Tribes yet? I did the first one. To have 35 champs... I mean, that's true, but you also said that you had a bunch of... Oh, wait, no. Well, you have, what's his name? This guy, Bellower. I don't got him yet, and of course there's Coldheart too. I mean, you can see there's definitely a lot of people that I don't have yet, but I feel like there's, in my experience, I haven't gotten an overwhelmingly amount of one champion over the others. It seems like I get a lot of these stone skins, but I must have gotten rid of them all by now because I don't have any extra in my vault. Yeah, I agree. Everybody complains about certain champions, but now that Faction Wars is here and you're forced to use them, people are finding at least some champions that are better than they thought. Now, I remember seeing Seducer. Is it this guy? No. I don't even know if I'm in the right spot. I assumed I was. But anyways, that name rings a bell. Yeah, I feel like a lot of YouTubers, I mean, not me specifically, but other YouTubers and everything are usually pretty good bases to go off of. I do a lot of my research on Reddit to see what everybody's doing. Of course I passed him in my storage. I know I have him, which is why he rang a bell, but nope. Undead, that's why. I'm sure I passed him again, but I just don't see him. But if he's undead, I can go in the index. Oh, there he is. I recognize him now. So let's check him out. He's got sleep 30%, 75% of small decreased attack, increased defense is nice, block debuffs is nice, and ally protect. Oh, and block damage. I see that. That's nice. Sucks that the block damage is only for one turn, but ally protection is also pretty good. Oh, I didn't even look at that. HP in all battles. Yep, that's nice. I know I have a... When I was doing my buffs and debuffs video, I used Temptress for Leech. She was the only champion I had at the time that had Leech. So I have her with a few levels just randomly. And I don't even know if I have that Seducer anymore or not. Because the reason I have like these two guys at like very low levels is because I used them for that one video and that was it. And it looks like I got rid of that Seducer. I moved on to just doing some arena battles now because I was bored myself with trying to find some gear to put on the champions that I don't even really care about. But I'm worried about this battle now. Let's try to reduce your defense. Nope. Alright, let's see if I can kill her one shot. There we go. That's why I love Royal Huntsman and Ray. Let's take... Darn. Can't get a provoke off. Alright, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, honestly, when I heard that Faction Wars was coming out, whatever morning it was, because it was very random all of a sudden, that was my first thought. Was I wanted to do a video on it, trying to make some good teams and whatnot. Yeah, that's definitely something I would love to do. I just got to do a lot of research to figure out what champions are actually the best. Got to go through all the factions to see what actually works and whatnot. Wow, that was great. See, most of the time I don't even worry about... I don't have the time for arena, and I look at a team with a lot of power. I'm like, I can't fight them, so I don't even try. I just go for the easy wins. But sitting here with you guys trying to do some arena battles is actually surprising me with my own team. Yeah, I know. That's the one caveat, is you gotta go with some really weak gear most of the time. Oh, I forgot he can't be frozen. Let me get his attack off. There we go. Wonder if I can just go do a bunch of dungeons and get a bunch of 4-star gear and just throw that on some champions for Faction Wars. I'll have to go back and see what champ you're talking about. Are you talking about what's currently in this lineup or was in the past lineup? Or are you talking about my team? My team far left is Royal Huntsman. He was my first rare, and I can show you his stuff after this fight. I think I may have said he was my first rare. He was my first legendary. I thought that was probably obvious. Yeah, he's wonderful. Royal Huntsman. Legendary attack. Most of his stuff is based on crit, so I got him a pretty good crit rate. Increase attack on crits with the A1. Decrease defense with crits on A2. And, of course, the 100% ignore defense, which does a lot of damage. And he's a spirit champion, so he'll pretty much kill any force champion that you come across. I love his little flip he does for that animation. Well, I don't think it's possible to go over 100% ignore defense, at least in terms of his A3. But it would obviously be more helpful to get cruel instead of offense, just in general terms. But I probably didn't have good enough cruel artifacts when I was gearing him up, so I just went with whatever had the best substats. Aw, man. Her raid got off before mine did. But in general terms, Cruel is always going to be better than offense, but you just got to go with whatever main stats and substats you have the best gear of. But that 5% ignored defense just in general is nice, and that's why I got some good ones on Foley. Speed boots with some crit rate, accuracy, and attack. Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started on Divine. I don't think I've ever gotten anything good on my Divine sets. Here's a legendary piece, but with defense. So that might be good on someone like Tyrell, but then you also have to pair it with another good piece. And so you gotta just find pieces that actually go together. And then you end up getting 4-star gears, so that's just another step down. Here's another legendary piece, but I got crit rate, accuracy, and HP on it. I mean, I showed you my best gear, but I would love to get some. I don't think I have a single speed boot on any of these Divine sets. No speed boots. I don't have any gloves in this set. 4-star gloves in this set. 4-star gloves in this set. I got 5-star attack, and attack. Yes, that makes sense. I did have shield gear on some. I think my Jizzo, when I was doing campaign when I first started, I put some shield gear on him, and it does refresh every round, which makes sense and why you would want to use some shield gear. But then you got to go farm Fire Knight to actually get some shield gear. I have some here, but I guess I just haven't really considered it. Once again, don't have any speed boots other than these commons, which I don't even know how I came across. Yeah, shield gear and divine gear, it refreshes the shield at every round. And so if it's a multiple round thing, like even dungeons, it'll refresh every time you go up against new enemies. But then it's only for 3 turns and refreshes at the beginning of that round. So then you got it for 3 turns, and then it's pretty much useless after that. That's probably where I got these boots from, is from the market. But then I got some HP, gauntlets. I have a single accuracy chest piece. That's the other thing, is I got flat HP on this chest piece, defense on an offense set for that chest piece. So like the pieces that you want good main stats on, that's where I'm really lacking on these divine sets. Yeah, that's one thing. I've been saving up shield pieces because I know I want to use it on some champions, but I haven't even bothered to do it on any faction wars champions. But you need 4 pieces, so I can make a total of roughly 3 sets, I think, because I got 3 helmets. Maybe 4 if you count that chest piece. Yeah, if you get past the first Cryptkeeper, I'm sure this set would really help you out because of the extra. As long as you can get a good HP champion, because you really need to stack up the HP. Someone like, I mean, he's not an HP champion, but I'm sure he has higher HP than some other people. But Jareg is an HP champion. I don't even know. Can you even search by... No, you can't search by that stuff, but you need to get an HP champion with, excuse me, that gear in order to really get the use out of it. Yeah, a shield gear is nice for the first few, well, obviously first 3 rounds, but it really doesn't shine well on clan boss, because where you need the extra health and defense is in the later rounds. But if it helps you out now, I mean, by all means, use it. See, I've always wondered how Valerie scales specifically. And I thought about ranking her up and like seeing how she is, but this places shield buff for all allies, and the value is dependent on the champion's level. Well, what does that actually mean? I don't know. Does a level 1 but a 6-star Valerie do way worse than a level 50? And even if it is level 60 Valerie, what's the value of the shield? Is it actually worth it? But this would be, I mean, she's a farmable champion, so you can easily get these skill ups and whatnot. But from what I was told on Reddit when I was first wondering about it, is she's not worth it and don't even bother. But I very much contemplated her for a while, because at the beginning of my, I don't know what to call it, at first started playing this game, I had no way of getting shields, and I felt like that was a good way to get extra HP and tank some stuff. Well, that's nice. Well, once you get that steel skull ranked up and leveled up and skilled up, I'm sure you won't be needing shields as much, because you'll be able to just heal all the damage away. That's a Septimus. These two are great for clan boss, but probably not that good for arena. Want to provoke him, but he resisted it. Let's see what AoE does. Nothing. So I want to take out her. So he animates instead of gives them a speed boost. And then I got that. Yeah. Congrats on the Steel Skull once again. Very excited for you to get him leveled up. Oh man. This just went to crap all of a sudden. Take out Juliana while I can. Alright, I'll just auto till I lose. So yeah, let me take a look at Metal Shaper, because I don't know what he specifically does. I'm sure I have one in my vault. He is this one? No. Just took a wild guess. There he is. Steals buffs. Also based on champion level, that's why. But his cooldown is something that's nice, and you can get a plus 10% on his shield. And removes all debuffs from an ally with the lowest HP, then heals this ally by 20% of the maximum of this champion's max HP, so you can stack his HP to get a better heal. And an increased defense for 3 turns. That's nice. So he's been doing good for you in Faction Wars? or just in general play? Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed about Valerie is you can't decrease her cooldown for her shield at all. That's good. He replaced Valerie. Nice. Well, before I go to bed, and if we got nothing else to do for the rest of the night, I can just run some campaign so I can waste the energy before it runs out. I'm using my double XP to just level up all of my Faction Wars champions now. He replaced Valerie, now Steel Skull will replace him. Yep, natural progression. I don't know who I would replace if I got Steel Skull or Skull Crusher, and I'm talking about Clan Boss specifically. I tried to do some toying around with incorporating both Tayrel and Jareg in my team, but it just reduced my damage too much, taking out one of my damage dealers. But in that case, I need to, if I would have to replace one of my damage dealers with, oops, I hit next, with Steel Skull or Skull Crusher if and when I get them. But I obviously would do it because I know that they're great for Clan Boss. Yeah, I did the exact same thing, State of Mind. I just picked up my weekly double XP hours ago, and the 3-day one from the Summon Rush event. And so I got 4 days of double XP, and then there'll be a day without double XP, and then another single day because of the 5-day cooldown from the weekly quests. I'll show you to prove it, but there it is. I have 3 days and 14 hours left on my XP boost, and I just claimed my 1 day from here, and I claimed my 3-day from here. So it stacks the time amount for the XP boost. So you want to claim this because this is going to go away. And you obviously want to claim your weekly because then you can immediately start working on the next weekly one. Oh, I need to go get some more energy. Let me get this started and then I'll read that again. From what I've seen is Steel Skull and Skull Crusher are a great team together because of the, obviously the poisons on his A1 and the counterattack buff. You don't need more than 3 damage dealers. Speed up counterattack healer. Then 2 damage dealers. Hopefully one of them will be attacked down. Yes, you'll get 4 days if you claim them at the same time. That's what I did earlier today. And I do that constantly whenever we get those XP boosts as rewards. But yeah, I think, honestly, I would replace Royal Guard and, what's her name? Cold Heart as my damage dealers if I got Steel Skull and Skull Crusher. And then I would have Apothecary, Steel Skull, Skull Crusher, Tayrel, and Foley as my team. That's the team I would like. And obviously if I got Valkyrie or Martyr instead of Skull Crusher, they fill up the exact same use. Really, I I'm just trying to see if I can get... Oh, I forgot all about Juliana. She's a wonderful... Okay, I would replace Foley for Juliana, and then I would have to work around who's going to actually be lead. Yeah, she's usually one of my first to die on Clan Boss, but she is one of my harder hitters. Well, I don't have any screenshots right now on my computer, but Foley, Royal Guard, and Cold Heart are my 3 damage dealers in Clan Boss, and they switch off on whoever's doing the highest, and they're all very close, at least on Brutal Clan Boss for me. I like Foley just because of his passive, but I mean, if I had a team that I could just pick and choose for Clan Boss, it would definitely be something like Steel Skull, Skull Crusher, Juliana, any of the mass clan, or what is it, counterattack champions, and Tayrel, which I got one of those champions now. Very excited about that. Well, I got rid of my Outlaw Monk the second I got tier 6 masteries. So I don't even know if Outlaw Monk would out damage my Cold Heart anymore or not. But I definitely stacked mine for crit damage. Well, I can show her real fast. It's going to take a little while to actually run out of energy. I think I had a little over 200. Yeah. Cold Heart. So the full stats, I got 178 crit damage, 75% exactly, which is good enough for her 30 extra percent for the Heart Seeker. I didn't stack her too much for accuracy, and then I got 153 speed. So not, I mean, it's not amazing stats. I mean, I see a lot of people that stack for crit damage over 200%. I don't have any of my damage dealers with that high crit damage, but she ends up hitting decently hard. Yeah. I got... There's that one. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit of extra time, but I'll let you see the gear, and I'm also kind of looking for my screenshots. That's Nightmare. You can't even tell. How can I get this on my computer fast? I don't know. Anyways, I can probably just tell you. Not that one. So in this one, it was brutal. Foley did 3.7, Cold Heart did 3, and Royal Guard did 2.4. This one, Royal Guard did the best at 2.5, Cold Heart did 2.4, and Foley did 2.3. This one was a bad one. Foley did 2.4, Cold Heart did 1.8, Royal Guard did 1.5. Yeah, for Clan Boss, if you're building specifically for Clan Boss, you definitely want to have some HP in there somewhere. But my plan wasn't to keep Cold Heart in my Clan Boss team forever. And so I wanted her to be really like a glass cannon. And so that's why I went with the attack chest piece. No, I just don't have another accuracy banner currently. Or I might now, but not at the time of building her. Nope. no accuracy banners for. I ended up getting Ray, Foley, and Coldheart back to back, and they're all Dark Elves. And so I had an accuracy banner on her, but then I put it on Foley. And then I also have a 4-star one. No, I don't even have a 4-star one. So my only accuracy banner for Dark Elves is on Foley. I mean, she is, like I was saying, I got screenshots on my phone, not prepared to show them on stream just because it's not the greatest quality, and I don't know the quickest way to do it. But she's constantly, Royal Guard, Coldheart, and Foley are constantly right at each other's throats for whoever's doing the best on that particular run. So here's my Royal Guard. Once again, he was one of my first epics that I built, and so he might not have the best gear. I can't tell you the last time I looked at his stuff. Lil Tay, thanks for following. I hope I didn't ruin your name. But I built him for crit rate, and that's one of the things. When we get to the gloves, I'll show you. But see, I don't have a lot of great substats, and I had to go with crit rate gloves. And I'm already at 99% crit rate, and I didn't even max these out. And so I could take them off, but I'd lose 33% crit rate, and I don't think I had any speed crit damage gloves at the moment. We'll see. See, there's some, but I would lose out on all the crit rate, and who knows what damage I would lose. But I really want to get some crit damage on him. I probably could rebuild him right now. I just haven't spent the time to actually do it. But Royal Guard, I do enjoy a lot. See, I built him for Clan Boss a little bit. I gave him an HP chest piece. And that's also why he's got the lifesteal gear. Not much. Lil Tay, how you doing? Lil Addy? I'm not sure. Are there crit rate glyphs? Yes. Health, strike, attack, endurance. No, there's not. No crit rate glyphs. But yeah, I could probably build him to be a little bit better, and now you're actually making me want to work on that. Yeah, I kind of went through those really fast. Here's my chest piece. And boots. And I think I got crit damage on my necklace, but we'll get there. Once again, kind of just threw together some stuff. You probably shouldn't have an HP ring. And a defense amulet. Yeah, he's a mess. I should give him this crit damage necklace right there. At least he's got some speed there on his banner. Hey, a 6-star banner, but it's flat HP. I kept it because it's 6-star, but I don't know if I'll ever use it for the flat HP or not. You always want to use accuracy banners. Yeah, you really made me want to rebuild my Royal Guard now. Because it seems like I could get some more damage out of him. I probably have the crit rate on some other stuff now. What am I missing? Do I have any better crit rate stuff here? I could probably look at that one. Yeah, from what I've heard on accuracy, Brutal you want 200, Nightmare you want 250. I have extremely low accuracy on my Royal Guard, and that's because I do not count on him for any debuffs at all. I have Foley for the same defense down that he provides, and then after that, Royal Guard just doesn't provide any debuffs that can actually be used on Clan Boss. He's got the A1 defense down, but that's all that he can provide on Clan Boss, and I already had that from somebody else, so I didn't really care about accuracy. I downloaded Elune once, and I just couldn't. It looked like it was all Japanese or Chinese that I just couldn't understand, and so I took one look at it and I just took it off because I didn't have enough time for another game at the moment. But I know it's come up more than once. But even your cold heart is around that, and she applies poison. Yes, but I do not use my cold heart for poison as well, and I will show you why. If I remember right, Giant Slayer and poisons are somewhere around the same damage, and so my strategy is to just attack with Flurry of Arrows as many times as I can, because if I get one poison proc, if I get lucky enough to get one poison proc after getting the heal reduction, then he'll get 2 turns of that like 60k damage. Whereas if I just keep, and if I miss with the poison, then this is only a 1-hit skill, affecting my chance at proccing Giant Slayer. Whereas if I just keep on hammering with this 4 times attack and then use Heartseeker every time it's up, I felt that that was a better strategy for Cold Heart, and so I don't worry about poison with her specifically. Yeah, I run Giant Slayer instead of the 20% crit. I haven't found a good enough use for that 20% crit yet. I even put War Master on my Ray against everybody else's recommendations, because I have a ring here that's exactly 20% crit rate or crit damage. And I took it off and I took it back, or put it back on to test the difference. I didn't really see that much difference in damage per se. And I stream on Twitch instead of YouTube because I had a Twitch account before I really made any YouTube videos. And that's going back to when I played Destiny 1. I just streamed and I didn't really make YouTube videos. And then I just stopped doing anything altogether. And then when I started this game, Raid Shadow Legends, I started just with YouTube videos, and I've just recently started streaming. But I had everything all set up from back when I did Destiny, or at least some of the stuff set up. And so it just seemed easier to just do it on Twitch instead of streaming on YouTube. I didn't have to look up anything on how to do stuff on YouTube or set anything up. Yeah, I stayed in mind the crit damage. Like I said, I'm not fully convinced yet. I mean, you can reset for free once, and so I would be interested in trying out, or in the same vein, just getting a 3-star artifact that does 20% crit damage, or maybe you can get a 5-star that's half leveled up to be around the same, and just take it off. Take it off and put it back on to test the difference. But I did it with Ray. I ran a couple energy refills on campaign just to test the crit damage difference with it on and off. And to me, when I was doing my test, it just didn't seem like it was a good enough extra damage. But I know a lot of people use it anyway, so I may just be completely off on that. That's an interesting point. I'll have to do some research to see if I have to. I assume I have to set up some stuff, so I'll have to look into that. I just honestly haven't even bothered to think about streaming on YouTube, but it might be worth trying. It'll be a good, since I've done a couple streams on Twitch now, it'll be a good mark to, I can tell the difference pretty easily if I do another stream on YouTube, and I can tell quickly what the difference is like. Alright, Larry, there, that makes it easier. My name's Jacob. That's interesting. I didn't know anyone else made a video about that yet. See, I know that the crit damage, I don't think it shouldn't change based on somebody's max HP. So when I was doing my test, I was doing it under the thought that having a high enough like I was just doing this. I was doing campaign and seeing those crit damages come up and just recording those versus with 20% extra or 20% less crit damage. And I figured that's going to be the same or similar doing Spider or not Spider, but the Giant Slayer or War Master is what's based on enemy max HP, and I was basing it off of Arena actually, that what is it, like 5% of your enemy's max HP is what the damage is. And so you look at my champions with like 30,000 HP, roughly, you'll find that in Arena or more or whatever. You can take 5% of that and see what kind of damage you'll be doing in Arena, and you know you'll be doing more damage in Spider. Yes, that's true, but I don't... Does crit damage affect... Crit damage doesn't affect Giant Slayer or War Master as far as I know. So, in Ray's situation, she doesn't have anything based on max HP. So crit damage is going to affect her attacks as normal, but the Giant Slayer and War Master are based on enemy max HP. And I don't claim to be an expert on any of this. It's just what I was thinking at the time, and I did a little bit of research myself, but I can't say that I looked fully into it. And a lot of people use that crit damage on especially like arena heroes and stuff, and so I may be way off. Oh, talking about Cold Heart. Yes, Cold Heart does have the attack based on max HP, and so she might have a better... I did not do the tests with Cold Heart, so I don't know. Maybe she is better off doing it that way. In my mind, I was having her in Clan Boss at least a little bit, and so I immediately thought that oh, nothing can be better than Giant Slayer, War Master, and Clan Boss. So that was my thought process behind that. I didn't even consider the extra crit damage. Alright guys, I think the stream is going to be coming to an end soon. It's getting late here. Got to get up early for work. That would be a great state of mind. Can you please do a Spider 20 run one? I am nowhere near Spider 20. I can show you my best Spider run if you want. I think I'm at 13. Yeah. Currently, I have a mission to auto Spider 14 10 times. And I haven't successfully autoed one Spider 14 yet. So I can Spider 13 auto all day long. The Seer, yes, I did. That was insane. It's a shame that it had to get fixed, but one champion should not be able to do it like that quickly. Honestly, I wish I had a Seer that I could have just quickly cheesed that mission and got to Spider 20 just to get a little boost on elsewhere, but unfortunately didn't have a Seer at the time. So I just hit a 274k hit with Cold Heart's A3 just there on auto. And that's honestly the saving grace here on Spider. So if I give her more crit damage, I'd probably be much better off here as well. But this is what I use currently. Nothing fancy, nothing great. I do have Rosin Scarhide, which I plan on... he's my next champion that I'm going to be giving masteries to, and so hopefully that'll increase this team. But I just recently got him up to respectable 6-star. He's not fully 60 yet, but he's pretty close. Oh, you told me about Shield Guard the last time I was streaming, or in one of my comments, or the comment sections of my videos, and I found the video you were talking about, and I currently have a 3-star level 30 Shield Guard with a couple skills leveled up just from what I've been finding from shards in the market. But I am on my way to getting him slightly leveled up and whatnot. But I was kind of waiting for a champion training event to see if that popped up to rank him up. But yes, I was definitely thinking about getting him up as well after you told me about him. Oh wow, that's crazy. Maybe I didn't see that one. The one I saw was, I think, from Stu Gaming, and he was doing one of the easier spiders, but I think he was doing it solo. That's crazy. I'll definitely have to... I obviously haven't gotten enough... what is it? Shield guards in order to max them out yet. But once I do, I'll definitely start leveling up a second one, it sounds like. It looks... Oh, no, there's a couple more champions I need for my Faction Wars teams. Alright, I will go for another 4-ish minutes, and that'll get me right to an hour and a half of stream. And then we'll call it right about there. How's that sound, guys? It sounds like I definitely just need to do a lot more dungeon farming. I haven't done nearly enough of that to get great substats and main stats on all the gear I need. So Dungeon Diver event would be perfect for me right about now. But then again, I got those double XP for 4 days. Wouldn't want to waste that, but if the event calls for it, I definitely will be probably following whatever the event is. Did this just freeze on me? I don't know if you saw the video I tried posting today. I posted my first champion overview video this morning, and I got 3 views on it before someone commented that half the video was black and my voice for some reason. It was just a black screen and the video was corrupt. Yeah, this definitely froze. And so I got to re-record that video now because even the footage that I have on the files in my computer is black. I don't know what happened when I was exporting the edit that I did. Yeah, I think I just need to do more. I haven't watched enough videos on Spider. I've done some reading on what people post on Reddit for their own guides and whatnot, and like the theory behind it, which is why I wanted to get Rosin up for Spider. But honestly, when I got Ray, my immediate thought was I would have a better Spider team because she's pure AoE, but she did nothing for my team really. Yeah, I took it down immediately after someone commented that it was black for over half of the video, so unfortunately I have to re-record that one. Got 3 views before I took it down. Yeah, I agree. Just comes down to the fact that I read Reddit sometimes when I'm just taking a quick break at work or something, but it's harder to watch a full-length video, or when I'm just sitting with my kids while they're watching TV. I don't want to be watching a video making too much noise, so I'll just read something. That's where I end up doing most of my consuming for this video game, I guess. But you've definitely given me a lot of stuff to think about and look up, so hopefully I can make my teams better. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, everybody. Yeah, I'll definitely take that into consideration whenever I'm reading some other guides, and hopefully I'll find these videos that you're talking about that can really up my team so I can make some more progress on the missions and whatnot. But that'll be it for tonight's stream. I had some fun. Really like talking to you, State of Mind. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Larry. Thanks for joining, Diamond, if you're still here. And anyone else who may have been just lurking but not talking, thank you for viewing. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll do some research on streaming on YouTube, and we'll try that next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.